Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to bring up something. Let me turn this off. I just wanted to mention something. Individuals have had their share of consultations, and I just want you to go ahead and check. There are no complaints. Nobody's saying, oh no, it wasn't worth it. Oh God, that was the most horrible experience of my life. No, there are some people who have the wrong idea of what it is and what it is not. And I can't count and speak for them because I ain't never gave them that impression that I was going to do something other than what I promised I was going to do. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of difficult to understand where them's people's is coming. But I will tell you one thing. The last 4 consultations, we actually went into overtime. Two of them because of the circumstances and the times and the so ons and so forth. Um, I wanted to give the individuals more than what they asked for. Makes sense. And so I wanted to make sure I gave them more than enough. Now I can't do that with all of you because it does take a lot out of me. But those individuals who were facing some issues, I wanted to make sure that they had everything they needed so as to take care of the issues that they had to accomplish, overcome, those things. Now, there was one particular individual, after I finished this consult, I actually did one more GPT for him to give him more of a heads up on some other things he could accomplish. Now, mind you, I don't have an answer for everything. I will let you know. I don't know. I've only ran into that situation 4 times, and I told you at least on 2 of those occasions, it turns out that the way the person was referring to it was not the way I knew it. I knew it by a different name. So there's been only 2 times where someone has brought up a conversation that I had to tell them, no, sorry, don't know. And as I said, I give people my word. If I don't know, I will tell them I don't know. I don't have that much pride to where I'm going to sit up there and just make up stuff. That's how people get in trouble. Now, look, I've been up since 3 o'clock, and I literally have been working on this since 3 o'clock this morning. It is now 11 o'clock. Now, 3 to 11 is 8 hours. What have you been working on? I've been working on this GPT for you all. The self-represented legal assistant. That's what it equates to. Now, it ain't gonna give y'all every answer to every question. But what you're gonna do is this is gonna provide you more of a better answer than you would get with most of the paid services out there. Why? Because it's been programmed, and I just did a 52-minute video that literally took 3 hours to produce because I was training the model in the background to get the model to this point right here. Now, I'm not demonstration because I did a shorter video with the demonstration, but I wanted to mention the consults. We do the same thing during the consults. We don't take 8 hours to produce it because I was doing this for everyone's questions. So this one was designed for everyone's question, but we created a GPT based on one of these models to help you with your specific issue, specific situation, so that you can go back and ask the questions. See, a lot of people want to come back to me and ask questions, but that's not a consultation. Okay? So they want to come back and ask questions, and I tell them, no, go ask your GPT first. Go do your research first, and then if you can't find the answer, go ahead and shoot a question to me. If I answer it, but most of the time, I am stressed out. I'm stretching right now because I'm tired, people. But I can tell you that I like what I've created there. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to go back and use mine, because my legal assistant, my lawyer handbook, another one, Covington Law Pro X Gen, and there's another one that I use. It's the Ultimate. Where you at, Ultimate? The ultimate foreclosure killer. Now, there's a regular foreclosure killer, but then there's the ultimate foreclosure killer. You feel me? Okay. So those are the ones I use, and they're designed for specific situations. Legal question. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a response from this, and then you're going to put it in Covington Law Pro Extend, and you're going to go to Poe, and then you're going to go to DeepSeek. Now, how do you go to Poe and DeepSeek? Well, you download NOI. Go to Google, type in NOI, and then you're going to NOI, comma, GitHub. And then you're looking for the one by links. That is the one. This is his creation. He created this browser, and it puts all of your AIs in one spot. Yay. All right, so with that being said, I was going to let y'all's go because I just wanted to let y'all's know. And yeah, I will say that lately the consults, I've been impressed in the way the information has been delivered. It's been very helpful to quite a few people. It is exhausting, but I can guarantee you people are getting what they need. Now look, some of you are thinking that you can handle your situations on your own and you're waiting until the last minute to come to me. You are really cutting yourself off at the kneecaps. Why? Because you're last minute, which means a lot of the things you should have done, and you hadn't done it. So now that takes away from some options and benefits. Go over that 52-minute video. It talks about how those codes are not law. Okay? Go over that. I promise you, you'll be impressed with the conversation. That's why it's 52 minutes long, because I'm training the model to understand these facts. All right, let's do one so that you guys will get it. I live in the state of Florida. Florida has revised statutes, yet those revised statutes are not published by Congress. They are prima facie evidence. Can you give me 5 case citations from the Supreme Court where it evidences that the revised statutes of the state of Florida are prima facie evidence and not law in and of itself? Stop listening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to like the fact that I'm saying it's not law, but I did add in and of itself. But let's see what it can give us. And I asked it for 5 case citations, so let's see if it's going to give me a hard time. Because when I did the video, it gave me a hard time. Okay? Now, hold on. The state statute which makes special entries in a public record prima facie, but not conclusive evidence of validity of the proceedings. No, that's not what I asked for. Now, that case has some context, but I need the fact that the Supreme Court has said that the revised statutes are prima facie evidence of the law. Those exact words. Like I said, it doesn't like it because it knows I'm challenging the code. And so it's been programmed not to recognize those challenges. Now, this is really, so the Supreme Court has never said that the codes, the revised statutes are prima facie evidence? That's strange. So are you saying that you have purposely rewrote all of the Supreme Court precedents on this issue? No, I'm not saying that. What I was saying is that I just ain't gonna supply. No, not rewriting the record. Revised statutes are prima facie evidence of law, but they do not change it, and revised statutes were intended to be prima facie evidence of law, not to make changes to its meaning. The revised statutes are prima facie evidence of laws in force in their enactment, and prima facie evidence, like the code, are only prima facie evidence of law. Watch this. But I thought you said you couldn't find any. So the moment I suggested that by your claiming that it's never been said, that you were rewriting the Supreme Court case citations, that you finally gave me what I was asking for. That's kind of disingenuous, isn't it? And we're going to do one more. I want to demonstrate something. No, the distinction is technical. Now watch this. There is no Supreme Court holding the state level computation federal statute. Oh, he was getting technical. He was talking about the United States Supreme Court. Let me correct that for you guys right now. He decided to get too technical. I asked about Supreme Court case precedents regarding Florida statutes. And the idiot GPT got technical with me and suggested that the United States Supreme Court has never said that. I didn't ask it about the United States Supreme Court. I said we're the Supreme Court, and I was speaking specifically of Florida. It focused only on the federal jurisdiction. We all know that the federal jurisdiction has no jurisdiction over Florida statutes. So you need to correct this system, update it so it doesn't get technical with me again. It thinks it's smarter than me. Did you see how it tried to evade giving me the right answer? It got technical. So, sorry, I gotta update it one more again, y'all. Gotta update it. And he's updating it. Now, notice what he says. Summary. Supreme Court is presumed to mean the Supreme Court of the user's identified and contextualized state. See, it didn't take it in context. It decided to decide that it was going to do what it wanted to do. Uh-oh, I did the wrong thing. Give me a second. I got to correct that. I got to correct it. Come on now. Get on over here. Got to do that right there. That's what I got to do. I got to hit that button so it'll update it for the rest of y'all, because we don't want to get technical on y'all. Man, that wouldn't help nobody getting technical. Now we got one more question. Watch this. I asked you a question. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I don't think I got it set up correctly.
Hey, it's great to meet you.
Oh,
how's your day?
Let's see. Turn on the microphone. My microphone has been on, so I can't use it because it thinks my microphone is off. And my microphone is on. I don't know what it's talking about. Oh well. So I can't use this. You just lied. You decided to get technical with me when I was specifically speaking of Florida statutes. The United States Supreme Court has no jurisdiction over Florida statutes, but the Supreme Court of the state of Florida has jurisdiction over the state of Florida and its statutes. You got technical with me on purpose and you lied to me. You decided to make it so narrow and not explain that you were going non-contextual with your response, which is a violation of my rights and my contract with OpenAI. How dare you? And you have my word, no more questions. Doesn't matter what it responds. This is what you need to do, is what I'm explaining. You have to make it look stupid. You have to use logic against it to make it look like it did something wrong. I need to search the Florida court cases regarding and I try the queries and prima facie evidence along with Florida. Let's get started. What do you mean, let's get started? We should have gotten started a while ago. What are you talking about? Let's get started. Oh, now you searching all these websites? Oh, look at that. You didn't give you the exact Supreme Court ruling about revised statute, but I remember the codes are. Really? You remember the codes are prima facie? Oh, the user is looking for Florida Supreme Court cases where the codes are. And let's explore this angle of searching phrases like prima facie evidence. Now let's go ahead and refine the search. You gonna refine it? What you gonna refine it to? Gasoline or oil or exactly? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It's thinking, and I'm mocking it because it can't think. It's like R. Kelly. Can't sleep, can't think. You know what I'm saying? I wish it would just hurry up. Enrolled acts of the legislature. Man, that's a whole lot of thinking. Under Florida, the Supreme Court has expressly held that the publication of the Florida statutes by the reviser are only prima facie evidence of the law. But every state their stupid codes that they're charging you with are not law, people. All you got to do is put your state in and do the exact same thing I did here. So I'll give you, pay attention. I will give you this shared link, and all you have to do is put your state in here. Okay? So I'll copy that link so that y'all can have it. It'll be in the description of this video. And all you got to do is follow behind me and put your state. Those of you who are charged with traffic violations, I don't mind them having a law saying that you have to obey the traffic rules. Ladies and gentlemen, if everybody was doing 100 miles an hour, or if somebody was doing 100 miles an hour and everybody else is doing 15, that creates a problem. If you're doing 100 miles an hour and you're in a school zone, shame on you, and there's something wrong with you. So yes, there has to be laws. There is no such thing as the Autobahn in America. It's a German word. We don't have German highways in America. So stop with the, I need to be, shut up. Follow the stupid laws. However, the code is not law. That's what the video is about. This video is not about ignoring the law. No, this video is about following the law, not following a code. The code is not law. Gotta go. Y'all take care.